Good day to you, my lords and ladies. I'm the Lord Commander Pyrpk, and today I will be showing you my knight build. So firstly, let's start from character info. As you can see, I'm sitting right now at 77,000 momentum, and you can see over here my build basically with artifacts, equipment and jewelry. Let's go with equipment. As you can see, my build is Savant. The whole set of equipment is basically Savant set. Savant set gives me 20% active skill damage and 20% chance to gain 61 rage. Also it gives me around 18% to reduce cooldown of active skill upon defeating an enemy. So basically Savant is really good set effect. My secondary effect is duelist, currently at level 1, and it increases my parry time, but also it gives me 21 plus rage when I parry successfully. Also when I parry successfully, it increases my attack power by 10 seconds for 12%, which is also great because we as knights do parry a lot and then we need that boost after parrying. My equipment contains tier 3 helmet and tier 2 crossbow. Everything else is tier 4, as you can see. Helmet tier 3 is currently reforged twice, and when you reforge something you give some random effects on that thing and also some momentum. That's why I'm currently using tier helmet 3, but I have tier helmet 4 saved, so I'm waiting basically for one more helmet to come so I can reforge them and successfully upgrade myself to tier 4 helmets. My sword is also tier 4, but I don't have any effects on it. I fully reforged my armor tier 4, I maxed it out and I got some cool random effects on it. For example, I'm using Riposte Stance skill, and here I do have Riposte Stance effect, which is really good. I managed to get one more epic tier 4 glove and I reforged it, but this reforged effect applies to shoulder charge skill and I don't use it actually. My crossbow is legendary tier 2, and to explain it to you guys, this epic crossbow is stronger than my legendary 7th crossbow, but the thing is, this epic crossbow is sentinel, and once when I equip it I do lose 80 momentum, and that's nothing, but I lose my set effect. My set effect decreases, and that's why I'm still holding on to my legendary Savant crossbow, and I will hold on to it until I get the epic or legendary tier 4 Savant crossbow. Also my boots are rare Savant tier 4 boots, and I reforged them once. And if you didn't know, rare equipment you can reforge once, epic equipment you can reforge twice, and legendary equipment can be reforged 3 times. So that was also a nice tip in this video. Now let's go to my jewelry. As you can see over here, I do have 2 necklaces, and this golden barrel one is definitely better than sapphire necklace because golden barrel gives me critical strike damage increase, and this one is mostly for range attack. So once I maxed out golden barrel, I will switch to this one definitely. All of the jewels do have also random effects, as you can see, and yeah, rare jewels do have 2 random effects, epic have 3, and I think legendary do have 4 random effect slots. I hope so. So as you can see right now, I have 1 epic earring and 1 rare maxed out. Here I do have HP recovery increase, which is awesome, and the other one, onyx earring, increases my HP by 2%. I do love to have my playstyle based around HP increase and HP recovery, because the more HP the better. Also I do have 1 epic ring maxed out and the other one rare maxed out. This ruby I got today, and once I have it maxed out I will switch my garnet ring with this ruby, so that way I will have 2 epic rings. But still, as you can see, I don't have that much legendary stuff with me, even at 77k momentum. I definitely find it somehow hard to get legendary jewelry, and I'm still waiting for it, but that's fine. That's fine for me because epic jewelry is also good. Now, my lords, let's go to artifacts. As you can see, I do have one passive and one active artifact, one legendary active and one legendary passive artifact. And I can say that Dark Sister is, in my opinion, one of the best legendary artifacts. I know, I don't have much of them, but look, this fire playstyle is brutal. Let's go over this Dark Sister real quick. So, the bigger the raging fire level, the better it is. Currently, at level 5, it gives me around almost 16% damage against burned targets. Also, 11.6% critical strike rate against burned targets and 13.7 critical strike damage against burned targets. This artifact, together with ignited skill, is something awesome. I can just say it's something awesome. Besides, it also increases my attack power currently by almost 18%, as well as HP, and it decreases my damage taken by almost 12%. I do love this legendary artifact, and I don't know, soon I will get 2 artifacts more and I will see which legendary artifacts will it be. I just need 60 more expeditions by Raz and by Lyra. And about Thorren's Crown, well, this active artifact is awesome because first it increases my attack power by 17% as well as HP, and it increases my light attack speed by 7%. This artifact can stun enemies for 5 seconds, nearby enemies, and it increases attack power and defense by 31%, which is really awesome. Great, now let's go over my skills. I'm using my 3 favorite skills. I did unlock them all, but my favorite one is Slashes. At level 17 it gives me 700% of attacking power when I use it. Unluckily, I don't have any reforged effects from equipment that can support my skill, but who cares, maybe someday I will get one. That's what I was talking about, Ignite Weapon skill. This one goes such good with a Targaryen sword artifact that is unbelievable, because this skill burns people and then you get more damage because of the artifact when you are hitting those burned targets. That's why this skill is brutally good. I use it mostly to burn people, but it gives me some additional fire damage, as you can see, 126% of attacking power, which is really good. And Riposte Stance is really awesome skill, and luckily I do have some points from reforging equipment, so when you have a Riposte Stance skill and you use it, once you successfully parry, as you can see on the video here, you get some Riposte Stance combo, and it's really strong. And plus, your attack increases during your Riposte Stance skill. So that's why I'm going with Riposte Stance, Ignited Weapon and Slashes. But for people who are at the beginning and don't have unlocked Riposte Stance or Ignited Weapon or Slashes, or maybe they just unlocked Riposte Stance, I would definitely go with Shoulder Charge. I use it a lot, this is really good skill and required only 90 rage. And then I would use Charge Step, that also requires 90 rage, with Riposte Stance. So guys, I would go with those 3 skills if I was you and don't have unlocked Ignited Weapon or Slashes. But once you unlock Ignited Weapon, I would definitely recommend you to use then Charge Step, Riposte Stance and Ignited Weapon. And once you unlock Slashes, switch Charge Step with Slashes and then use those 3, because honestly they are awesome. I tried using Pound, I do have some points from Pound, but Pound, when you fail it, your attacking power is very weak, I can say, and it does not require a lot of rage, but it takes longer to load up again. And Boost Moral, well, this is also one good skill, but I'm favoring Riposte Stance because of the parry combo, and also it increases your attack. Let's go to my basic skills and let's explain it and why you should also use those basic skills. So I'm using Sprint Attack because it combines with my combo attack 3, strike combo 3, and I will explain it to you why. I have it on level 4 because when you upgrade it, you do not get a lot of damage increase actually, so I do not try to upgrade it so much. but parry linked attack is really good because as a knight you do have a lot of parrying throughout the fights, and as you can see it increases your attacking power. Now Mighty Strike is at level 12 and maybe I should lower it a bit. Now Mighty Strike yeah, as we can see here, we do get 270% of attack power. So yeah, I just got 60% more for those 12 levels. I think I can maybe reset this a bit and I can redo this a bit, maybe put some points somewhere else, but right now let's leave the Mighty Strike. And as you can see, I do use Strike Combo 3 and Strike Combo 1 the most. Strike Combo 1 is basically for harder enemies that don't let you to hit them more than 3 or 4 times, so Strike Combo is really useful against them and against the enemies that let you to hit them more times, or when you see that enemy is knocked out, you can use Strike Combo 3 because it's really useful. Once you unlock all 9 levels and come to this skill mastery under level 9, you will have 3 options basically: Eruption, Recover and Spirit. And Recover is so good because it not just increases your damage by 20% of your strike combo, but it also restores HP. Yeah, it definitely varies from level to level. The bigger the level, the more HP you can restore, but this is so good because of restoring HP. I mean, this is awesome. Simply, you fight and your HP simply restores. But you do have to use 3 light attacks and then 2 heavy attacks in order to get once and maybe the second time your HP recovery. At level 6 you can choose between Fervor and Retribution. I'm using Fervor, and it basically this says the enemy will not be able to counter strike your combo even though they do counter strike it. It also additionally increases strike combo 3 damage by 25% against targets inflicted with burn. That is also awesome when you are using your active ignition skill. So yeah, at level 3 you will unlock neutralization and amplification. This is, well, not a big difference. This one gives you daze damage and this one increases your normal damage, so that's it. By strike combo 1, as you can see those skill masteries. At level 3 you have Flammation and Spirit. I'm going with Flammation. Also, if you are using Flammation you don't have to use ignition skill, but however, once your ignition skill maybe is on cooldown or something, this Flammation increases, well, your damage by 15%, but also has 50% chance to inflict burn for 6 seconds, so you will still have burn targets to strike. This is really awesome. The bigger the level, of course, the more damage you will give. Once you reach level 6, you will be between Retribution and Amplification. Retribution basically says the enemy will not be able to counter strike your combo, but this still is not right since they do counter strike me, but okay. And it says additionally gains 4 rage if Fighting Spirit is active. Honestly guys, I still don't know what is Fighting Spirit. I think it's something when you are fighting and you are in a rage mode or something maybe, but okay. And once you unlock level 9, you can choose between Chivalry, Fervor and Slaughter, and I chose Chivalry. It increases strike combo damage by 12.5%, and it says hitting with the last attack of strike combo grants a stack of Valor for 8 seconds. But yeah, basically your Valor stacks up to 6 times and switches to Fighting Spirit, and then your Fighting Spirit additionally gives you 4 Rage, which is confusing as all those random effects that I didn't want to bother you with. But that would be it from my basic skills. And now the last one left is the trait tree. So let's go. As you can see, my attack has 28 trait points, defense and support 25. What I did here, well, I almost maxed out my rage gain and I increased my attacking power by 10%. Then I have unlocked this lower part of trait tree, but I had to increase mighty strike damage by 5%, and then I unlocked me a lethal strike. This basically increases critical strike rate by 5% and increases critical strike damage by 15%. And why is this better than those two? Because both of them to increase your critical strike damage, but as you can see, you pay 1 trade point to increase by 0.5 and over here to increase by 1.5. But let's say you just have to pay only 5 points to increase it by 5%, critical strike rate by 5% and critical strike damage by 15%. I think this is way better deal than to simply spend your points on those two, honestly. And then I increase my rage by 5%, giving here 2 points away. Then in defense, I almost maxed out my HP and I definitely maxed out my defense by 10%. I can see this one is also useful to decrease damage taken, and this one increases your rage, but I wouldn't recommend you to do that because there are, for example, things like this that can increase your rage. Because instead of spending your points here to increase 1 by 1%, you can spend 5 points here and then simply get a rage gain by 15%. It would be 15 points here, so basically a deal. It also decreases damage taken by 0.05% per rage, which I do not understand that good, but who cares, rage gain is by 50% increased. I had to unlock, of course, this one in order to come to this one trait, and once you unlock this trait you'll learn to parry and parry linked attacks. And then in support I have my favorite trait for now, it's here. But first, let's say support is really useful because over here you can increase your recovery from HP tinctures, 5 trade points to increase it by 10%. I mean, that's fine. This one you have to upgrade because then once you upgrade those 3 you can craft up to rare bolts. So you can basically craft all of the arrows for Knight class. Okay, then this one increases your rage by 1.5% per level. I think I can maybe find some better deal in the future, but currently it will stay like this. And over here, as you can see, it increases the duration of effects from consumables by 7.5%, which means that it increases simply poison from poison arrows, or let's say fire, or if you are using ignition, skill, it also increases the duration of fire, of burning target basically. Now, in order to go further, you have to unlock this one, and it increases your maximal rage every level by 5 rage points, and it costs only 2 trade points. So this one is useful, I can say, and I'm looking forward to level it up again. And down here we do have my favorite trait, Heat of Rage. What this means is basically when you unlock this trait, you have 50% chance to recover 10% of your HP simply by consuming your fighting skills. Yeah, that will be it. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you learned something, and definitely write down in the comments what you know about the game so I can learn too. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, have fun.